Good morning and welcome to After GMS. It's a great Thursday morning, February 4th. Slightly chilly, but we'll change that in a matter of hours. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malera, Stacey Spivey, Taran Kirksey, and Ed Matthews.
Yeah, thanks to all the early birds already up and at it this morning, tuning into our WFMY Facebook feed. Let's start with that forecast. It is really chilly today, but Taran, off camera, you and Ed were talking about all these models trying to see what's happening this weekend.
Yeah, you know, still some uncertainty for the weekend, so stay tuned. We're going to continue to kind of nail down more and more details as we get a little bit closer. In the meantime, today we're pretty much locked in there with the fact that we'll start out sunny, cloud cover increases through the day today, high temperatures in the low 50s, low to mid 50s, and then we'll see rain chances go up, maybe a sprinkle or two this evening, but a better chance of rain really after midnight, and that chance of rain will continue on through at least the middle of the morning on Friday, maybe as late as noon for our easternmost communities, and then we're dry Friday afternoon. Cold front moves through and it gets chilly for the weekend. Saturday's looking very, very dry at this point, so that's why we just have a 20% chance of a stray shower. And then as we go into Sunday, that's when we have a little bit of uncertainty. We're really at the mercy of this specific track of an area of low pressure. If it's 50 miles more to the west, then we'll have a better chance of precipitation. If it's 50 or 60 miles more to the east, then we'll stay mainly dry. That might not seem like a large distance, but it really is not, especially when it comes to a forecast model. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. But the models that have been showing more precipitation are the ones that create their forecast overnight when they don't have some additional data that the ones that run this morning will have. So we'll see what happens. For now, we're going to keep it at 30%. Not going to jump onto that solution just yet. Monday looks dry, and then we'll see if maybe a chance of some rainfall on Tuesday. Either way, next week looks to be fairly chilly. I don't think we'll see our highs get out of the 40s for at least a good chunk of next week. So that's a very long and rambling look at your 7-day.
Hey, I want to say something before we get started. I want to say that Taran is an awesome friend and an awesome meteorologist, and that was an awesome explanation there. I even learned something. Good job, my friend.
I appreciate. I did it without graphics, so hopefully folks are able to keep up. I'm one of those people. I'm long-winded sometimes, and other times
it was
I'm
great.
the guy that is on the elevator just staring at the buttons, not saying a word to anybody.
You're the man, Taran.
Terrible.
Sounds like Ed appreciated it, so
Thank you.
you're good. All right, so maybe Ed Matthews can testify to this. Maybe you're jumping outside right now, Ed, because it's so cold. So we're going to jump right into our first conversation about these cold winter mornings. There's something else, aren't they? We started the morning in the 20s. We'll warm up to about 50 today, but when it's this cold overnight, are you turning up the heat? Did you crank it up this morning? Do you turn it up at night or off during the day? We want to know how you're staying warm. Let us know in the comments below. So Ed Matthews, do you jump around, jump up to get down?
It's like, what is Ed doing out in the weather garden? You know, the official low at PTI this morning was 22. Here's what happened at the start of the season. I turned on my heat for the first time in December, and I set it at 70, and I said we're going to leave it there, and we're going to tough it out. That lasted until January, and I bumped it up to 72. Now, you know, I'm a cheapskate, try to keep the utility bill as low as possible. I don't care what my utility bill is. I'm going to stay warm. But I get out, Rio and I snuggle in, you know, under the quilt at night. So I haven't gone any higher than 72. It's locked down on 72. I went from 70 to 72, and I'm comfy at night.
I envy you, Ed Matthews. My house is at 70. I am always cold, and that is too cold for me, but my husband insists on keeping it at 70. Although with this cold weather, it dropped to 67 the other morning, so we had to try to supplement it with another heater and our fireplace, and yeah, it gets dicey when it gets really cold outside, but thermostat wars in my house. We've agreed on 70, and apparently my young child is also a hot box like my husband, because I just FaceTimed them this morning and he had half of his fleece onesie unzipped. So I guess he was warm last night despite how cold it was outside. Tracy, I'm sure you can relate to those thermostat battles in the house.
Actually, the more children you have, the more you win.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
okay.
It is a thing, and I learned that. you know, through experience. So yeah, I pretty much set it where I want it, and I love it. And he doesn't say anything anymore. So, you know, it only took 3 kids. Hey, why not? All right, Stacy, you'll learn this as well. I think that you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, well, thankfully my husband's a little bit cold-natured like I am too, so he doesn't mind when I crank up the heat. I will say it's been on 72 for a while now, just like you, Ed, but our house does stay like on 70 pretty much year-round because we're both so cold all the time. So I haven't had any issues. Now we'll probably have, you know, our little girl, and she's probably gonna be hot-natured, and then it's just gonna throw the mix, you know, off a little bit. And well, of course, I have Wrigley, who's very hot-natured. He's just always hot, but he's got a lot of fur.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are weighing in about this. I have to bring up a comment from, I believe his name is David, our viewer that lives in South Florida. He said, we've got iguanas falling out of the trees because it's so cold there in South Florida. I remember talking about this last year. There was an iguana warning because when they get so cold, like their, I guess their blood pressure drops or something, and they kind of just like pass out and they fall on the ground, and they have these warnings because they're falling out of trees, and you could get hit in the head with an iguana if you're not careful enough out there. So must be pretty cold out in South Florida this morning, but definitely not as cold as it is here in the Triad, I would think. I'll have to have the guys check on that in a second. Wanda said she's currently under her electric blanket that she got for Christmas. Yeah, electric blankets are the best, and that's what Dana said in replying to that. Let's see. Heather said, we ran the self-clean on our oven last night, kept the house warm all night long. That's nice. And then Tamrika said that she's kept the fire burning nice and warm. We haven't ran our fireplace yet since we've lived in our house, so might have to do that because it's pretty cold. Yeah, make sure you do all the checklist though before you turn on that fireplace for the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a scary experience with ours, but yeah, all good now. Taran, you were laughing with that iguana story. Do you have personal experience of seeing that happen?
Thankfully, I've not, because I probably would just sit there and laugh at the poor thing as it laid there on the ground. But it's fine. What happens is they fall out of the tree, and then when the temperatures warm up, they pop back up and walk off. So that's the way that goes. They're fine. They're used to this. They've been doing that for millions of years. They're handling it better than we humans are for the most part, as far as that goes. In our house, my wife's cold-natured, so we keep it warm, and that's what it is. It doesn't really matter if I'm hot or not. I just go into a different room and open the window or something like that. So, yeah, and we have like the little smart thermostats on each level. So sometimes we'll try to be strategic with what temperature we put each thermostat on, depending on the weather outside and all that other jazz and time of day and stuff like that. So.
See, Taran, you like proved my point. You have 2 dogs.
That's right.
So the more of anything you have, the woman gets her way.
This is true. If you're a smart man, you just
go
put
with
the
it.
thermostat. Yeah. So, but we tried. I am pretty cheap natured though, and so I tend to turn it down, and then I'll get in trouble a little bit, and I'll turn it back up. So.
See, you are of the happy wife mindset. Every time I try to tell my husband Trevor that, he says, no, it should be happy spouse, happy house.
Oh.
And I say, okay, well, I guess you're right. It goes both ways, but.
I am going to use that. I am taking that with me. I am using that today. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate that, my man.
I'm sorry, Brittany. I gave him a comeback. He's right, though. You know, it has to be a mutual decision. But I just feel like sometimes the woman, the mom, should get the say.
Yeah, sometimes. You know. She has her fuzzy socks, though. Sometimes my wife will just put her fuzzy socks on, and then we're okay, and we keep things at a normal rate. But sometimes 77, 78, whatever it takes to keep the house warm. So there you go.
All right, let's get to our morning headlines, and then we'll get to our second conversation. This morning, neighbors in Sparta are talking about earthquakes that hit the area last night. You'll remember Sparta is the same place where a 5.1 earthquake struck in August. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the first quake measured a 2.4 magnitude. Another small one measured at 2.1. Investigators are increasing a reward for information about explosives in Gibsonville, now offering $2,000 for details leading to an arrest. The police department has received calls about loud noises for months now. Just last week, they found 2 devices on Wood Street. The FBI and ATF are now involved.
Guilford County Commission Chair Skip Alston wrote a letter to Governor Roy Cooper about making the Greensboro Coliseum one of the state's mass vaccination sites. The letter asks the governor to visit the Coliseum, saying its size and central location makes it a great option to serve as a state mass vaccination location. He also writes the county is ready to expand its vaccination efforts if and when the state sends more COVID doses. So when you get dressed tomorrow morning, remember to pull out something red. Tomorrow is National Wear Red Day. It's part of the American Heart Association's efforts to raise awareness about cardiovascular disease. WFMY News Candace Red has more on how you can grow red and strengthen your heart.
The CDC says heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States. In fact, research shows that more than 600,000 Americans die from heart disease every year. That's 1 in every 4 deaths in this country. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, focusing on your heart health has never been more important. Health officials say people with poor cardiovascular health are at an increased risk of severe illness from COVID-19. Well, Jennifer Lawson is the executive director with the American Heart Association. She says you can prevent heart disease by choosing healthy habits such as exercising and keeping a healthy weight and diet.
Do you know your cholesterol? Do you know your blood pressure? Do you know your sugar levels, your triglycerides? If you don't know those, it's okay. This month is the time to go get that checked out. Know your numbers. So that's one big thing you can do this month.
When you take care of your heart, you're setting an example for others. So this month, you might want to consider being heart healthy.
Battleground Avenue in Greensboro back open this morning after a water main break shut down some lanes for about 24 hours. Police say a car crash caused the water main break Tuesday night, closing 2 lanes near Green Valley. The driver reportedly hit a fire hydrant, breaking an 8-inch water pipe. Repair crews worked through the night to fix it.
All right, let's move on to our next talker, Stacy. All about the big game coming up this Sunday, airing here on WFMY News 2. Yeah, just 3 days away. People are very excited about the big game. And we wanted to know what your Super Bowl plans are. So go ahead and just let us know in the comments below what your plans are for this Sunday, whether it involves a lot of food or fun with some family members or the people that you live in with your house. So go ahead and share those responses. And some people have already texted us in some comments. One viewer says, I know I'm going to be eating some wings and pizza, but not 100% sure where I'm going to be watching it yet. I know it will be with no more than 1 or 2 people. And another writes, enjoy the game with plenty of good food and my family members who live with me, hot wings, potato salad, chips and dips, and cheese, and veggie trays. Let's not forget ice cold beer and spirits. They're gonna have a great setup at their house, so yeah, you might want to head over there. I'm just kidding, but honestly guys, I work Sunday mornings pretty early and I work Monday mornings pretty early, so I don't know if I really will stay up for the game. It's very hard for me to stay up for anything late. Hopefully I can catch a little bit of it. And then as soon as I wake up the next morning, first thing I'm gonna do is watch the halftime performance, of course. But what are y'all's plans?
Well, I'm curious if Ed shares the same because he has the exact same schedule from Sunday to Monday. So are you gonna watch, Ed?
Let me tell you the real deal here. I'm the oldest person in this group, okay? I want to make that very clear. My plan at the moment, I'm going to have my chicken wings, East Coast wings, I'm going to order out. Rio and I are going to watch some of the game. Depending on how I feel, I'm going to try to make it through the halftime show. Because here's the deal. We'll all be together Monday morning, and I don't want to be the dummy in the crowd. I want to at least to be able to carry on a conversation with you guys about the commercials, the game, and also the halftime. But if I'm a little sleepy after eating 50 wings, I might go to bed early. We'll see.
Yeah, I might watch the halftime and then get to bed. You know, it's always hard on these schedules to work the next day after the Super Bowl and really feel like you can stay up late and enjoy the Super Bowl. So watch halftime, go to bed. That's my plan. No wings involved, at least not yet. Maybe pizza. We'll see.
That doesn't sound bad. What are you planning on, Tracy?
I'm gonna just relax, put my feet up, you know, kind of keep the baby in as long as I can. I'm not gonna do too much, just relaxing. It's also a family member's birthday, so we'll have a FaceTime birthday party with her in the afternoon around 1. And then, you know, I love watching the halftime show. Last year I was waiting and watching, and then I fell asleep, and then I had to, you know, catch up in the morning. But my husband was like, "Oh yeah, the halftime show was interesting," and I was like, "Well, that doesn't help me." So I'm determined to at least stay up through halftime this year.
I'm right there with you. I don't have to work Monday morning, but I'm an early to bed, early to rise person. I'm sorry I keep moving around and they keep having to move the camera around. I'm sorry. I keep seeing it happen. And I'll stop moving around. I don't
Slide
mean
to the
yeah.
left. Woo, slide to the right.
I'm a child. I'm sorry. I get easily distracted. Sundays are usually our cook days anyway, where we kind of cook and stuff like that. Last week we made homemade pizza, so
Nice.
this week we probably are going to go with wings. We discussed it at length yesterday because we like food. So wings and fries. We're not sure if we're going to do the fries from scratch or just get them, you know, frozen. So we're going to figure that out. But food will be a very large part of what we do, and then we'll probably just watch the game and hang out. That's it.
Well, Stacey, it sounds like our viewers on our feed are planning their meals as well for Super Bowl Sunday, getting into the spirit and also trying to make some plans. You know, COVID-19 pandemic changed the way social gatherings can happen, but what are some ideas our viewers are saying?
Well, even if you can't go anywhere to watch the game or you can't spend time with your friends or family, you can definitely eat. I mean, we can all eat, so it seems like a lot of people are saying, hey, we're still going to have the good food. So Charlie said his plans are ordering a Papa John's stuffed crust pepperoni pizza. I feel like we always end up talking about food on After GMS, and I'm not mad about it because I'm always hungry currently because of the baby, but a lot of people... still weighing in. Let me find, let's see. Heather said, not really any plans. It's my boyfriend's mom's birthday, so we're going to go visit her, then watch the commercials later. Yeah, a lot of people love seeing those commercials. Bobby said he's not sure where he's watching it yet. Jason said, good thing the game starts around 6:30, Stacey. Well, Jason, actually, I'm in bed by then. My first alarm goes off at 12:30 in the morning, so 6:30, yeah, that's pushing it for my bedtime. I do take a lot of naps too, though. So you can keep weighing in. Let us know what your Super Bowl plans are. And since y'all been talking about food so much, I think I'm going to ask Jake, my husband, if we can have wings on Sunday, because that sounds really good.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. We're doing lemon pepper and I think buffalo or something, sauce or something. I don't really care about that. The lemon pepper is the way to go. So she can do whatever she wants. But I'm going to get a lemon pepper. Well, I'm going to make my own lemon pepper wings because I overseason everything because I like a lot of salt and my doctor does not. But thankfully they're not watching right now. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
That sounds like a whole nother conversation. Like, what's your favorite flavor?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'd have to say honey barbecue all the way.
You like honey barbecue?
Yeah, I like honey barbecue,
Yes,
but I also like
me
lemon
too.
pepper.
Lemon pepper, okay, yeah. See, I didn't know that lemon pepper was as good as it really
It's good.
is until I got to college. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. I've been stuck in the buffalo wing world all my childhood. That was terrible. My parents, they didn't do a good job there. They should have opened my world to lemon pepper. Anyway, and now I'm catching up on all the salt that I did not eat as a child. Catching up quickly. I'm ahead of where I should be at this point, probably.
Lemon pepper is good on like anything, though. I put it on fish a lot,
Yeah.
salmon. I mean, really anything. It's so versatile.
It is. It's a very good season. What type of wings do you like, Ed?
Well, I like the honey barbecue, but I like the lemon pepper as well. I think they're really, really good. But you know, as long as it's some flavor and a wing, I love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we're 4 for 4 now with the lemon pepper. What do you think, Stacey? Do you like lemon pepper wings or not? Oh,
I was
boy.
just commenting in our comment section to say I've never had lemon pepper wings. Now, like the only kind of wings I've ever had is honey barbecue because I like it, so I'm just sticking to what I like or have been. But I guess I'm being peer pressured into trying the lemon pepper.
You got to expand your horizons here.
Yeah, that's it.
Just, you have to. You get lemon pepper, and I don't even like ranch dressing, but lemon pepper wings with ranch.
Ooh,
excellent.
yeah.
You know, and that's another conversation, ranch or blue cheese. I
boy,
mean,
okay.
just bringing it up.
Those are fighting words. Those
are fighting words.
Those are fighting words right there. I don't know how we devolved into this. We really do like food.
Part of
like
your
Stacey
fault.
said. It is. It usually is my fault. I'm sorry. I'm not, but I am, I guess. I don't know.
You can take that up tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Sounds like a good time for a final forecast before we go any farther down this road.
Yeah, I got to go just a little bit farther. I want to let you know, the iguanas falling out of the trees in South Florida. It is frigid in Miami. Oh my God, it's 50 degrees and sunny. That's going to be our high temperature later on today. As a matter of fact, the low 50s. We got abundant sunshine this morning, but clouds will start to build in the afternoon. And then tonight we'll bring some rain in late tonight. And the first half of Friday is going to be a bit wet, 50% chance of rain. And then we're going to be looking for some clearing in the afternoon, fingers crossed, about 53. Saturday looks dry. All eyes on Sunday. We'll keep an eye on the computer models that never, ever, ever agree with each other, okay? But we think this front moving through tomorrow stalls south and east of the triad as a wave of low pressure rides along it. I think the better chance of precipitation is going to be east of the triad, but just a little jog to the west would bring some of that precip into the Piedmont. You know what? I think we're going to let Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley figure it out later on today. What do you think about that, Taran?
I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
We'll pass the buck over to him. But then I have to deal with it Saturday morning. Then Christian has to deal with it Saturday night. So between the four of us, we'll get. We'll get some type of agreement amongst the four of us. We'll go with that for Sunday morning.
Or you guys can always team up and take on Tim.
Yeah, there you go.
It will work.
Just give him some lemon pepper wings.
That'll do it.
Should do it.
Right, thanks so much for joining on this very hilarious edition of After GMS. The smiles and the laughter kept rolling. We will have that same energy tomorrow on After GMS right here at 7:45. We hope to see you then.